Hello all. Welcome to the Nostra match preview for the India vs West Indies ODI at the Narendra Modi Stadium, Montera this Friday. So as you must have seen by now by this third ODI that on this pitch it is easier to chase, it is easier to bat second, there is a lot more dew. But before I look at the preview altogether, let's speak a little bit about the Nostra Pro app. So this app altogether, along with having fantasy gaming, also has some great casual gaming, also has rummy, poker, call break, and a lot more. So basically something in it for everyone. So you have to check this app out and download it too. So let's get to the fantasy preview. So this is my fantasy team for today. Like you can see, we have one keeper, three batsmen, three bowlers, and three all-rounders. My 11th pick, I'll come to that soon, but before that, let's break down this team. So as far as the keepers and batters are concerned, my first pick in the keepers section would be Rishabh Pant, simply because he's going to slot back into the middle order, the place where he is the most comfortable and has scored the most amount of runs, with the assumption that Shikhar Dhawan is expected to come back and be available for selection in the third ODI. Then we look at the batters section. Here Rohit Sharma would be a default pick for most of us, simply because of the fact that he has been in great form in the first ODI and showed glimpses of all his class. Second pick would be Virat Kohli for me, simply because even though he has not delivered any returns in the series yet, you know that class will deliver at some point or the other. My third pick would be slightly a differential here, Darren Bravo. He, against India, this is his favourite opponent. He has 650s in 18 innings against this team, which also means that he does like this opposition and his career highest average against this specific opponent. So I would not leave Darren Bravo, especially on these pitches, because he is a good player of spin. So these are my three batsmen and one keeper. Now we'll get on to the next section. So now we come to the bowlers and the all-rounders section. So as far as the all-rounders are concerned, my pick and everyone's first pick is going to be Jason Holder. Jason Holder is this spearhead with the ball, is going to give you a lot of overs. He has also looked like their best batsman technique-wise, making runs, all of it. He's also a really good captaincy choice, so do take him. Your second pick has to be Washington Sundar. The West Indian batsmen are known to play big shots of even good deliveries, which would mean they would provide chances, especially of the spin bowling, because that is their weakest suit. Your third pick will be Fabian Allen. Fabian Allen has bowled 10 overs in the second ODI in spite of being their sixth bowler, which means that he does have a decent idea about the conditions. Apart from that, he is going to bat in the top 7, which means he is going to provide you some value in that department as well. So these are my three all-rounders. Now we get to the bowlers. So as far as the bowlers are concerned, my first pick would be Yuzvendra Chahal. Again, he's a spinner. He is going to trouble the West Indians with his spin. So he is going to trouble with that leg spin and that host of right-handers in the West Indian team. So you have to pick him up. My second pick would be Mohammad Siraj. Whether they bowl first or they bowl second, he has a really sharp yorker. He bowls a really good length, which means you have to pick him up. My third pick would be Alzari Joseph, obviously because he has been in great form, has troubled many of the prime Indian batsmen with his pace, which means you have to take him. So these are my bowlers and my all-rounders for today. Now let's look at the 11th pick. So the 11th pick for me was a tricky one, with two keepers apart from Pant also being Hope and Puran, both of them really good choices. Hope is going to keep, and like you saw in the second ODI, he gave you some really good points when he was fielding itself. So now you have to make that choice, but according to me, if the West Indian team bats first, Puran would be that pick for me. If the West Indian team bats second, where it gets a little easier to bat, then that pick would be Shea Hope. So these are my picks for today. Go make yours now, make your dream team on the Nostra Pro app and win big.